Parents get a real eye-opener in this Two Wants to Know investigation.
Oh, he's picking it up. He's picking it up.
What would your children do if they found a gun?
No matter how well you think you know your child, the Two Wants to Know investigation may have you second-guessing. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kent Bates.
And I'm Tanya Rivera, in for Sandra Hughes. Just this week, a 5-year-old shot a 3-year-old after finding a gun in their Oklahoma home. The boy said he thought it was a toy gun. So what would your child do if they found a gun? Do you think you know? It's certainly hard to imagine your kid finding a gun either at home or at an unexpected place. We decided to put it to the test. Several parents allowed their kids to take part in this eye-opening experience.
It's wild watching your kid walking by a gun.
It is. Good gracious.
Two Wants to Know put a gun below the slide where the kids would surely find it. And then we set it up so the parents could watch the hidden camera video.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Uh-oh. She's seen it.
What you didn't see, a sergeant for the Guilford County Sheriff's Department disabled the gun for our test. He removed the spring loader, the trigger mechanism, and the firing pin.
I found the gun.
It isn't long before one little girl picks up the gun with her finger on the trigger and points it.
Whose is that?
Oh, gosh.
Mine.
Put it down.
She did put it down, but she picked it up.
But quickly, some of the older kids step in.
Oh, put it down. Is it real? Yeah, it's really heavy.
He runs for help, and another girl takes over.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it. I wonder if that is real.
That's pretty awesome.
Caroline did really good. She did. Skylar wants to pick that thing up so bad.
Okay, hey, don't touch it. Okay, thank you very much.
When the test was done, one dad took the opportunity to question his daughter about it.
You didn't touch it?
You didn't touch it? You didn't touch it?
No, she didn't touch it.
She did touch it. She picked it up. You didn't point it at nobody. That's what you meant, but you picked it up.
I pick it up.
Did you think it was a toy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a big disconnect sometimes between what is really real and what's pretend, like kids' ability to tell the difference between a pretend gun and a real gun.
Pediatric psychologist Catherine Wyatt says parents must learn to understand how their kids think.
Kids learn through their sensory experiences, so picking up and touching things is one of the ways that they gain information about it.
Hey, what's this?
We did the test again with a second group of kids. The first group now gets to experience it in a whole different way.
Oh, he's picking it up. He's picking it up.
The first boy put the gun down, but a second boy picked it up.
Chase!
The boy drops the gun.
Leave that there.
And again, the kids quickly go for help. When the moms got together, overall they felt that their kids did well, but had a few uneasy moments.
I wasn't sure what they would do. I had no idea if they would touch it or, we have guns in the house. And I haven't personally sat down and said, this is how we treat a gun, so I didn't know what to expect.
And Autumn's mom says she'll be talking to her daughter more about it.
I was surprised that Autumn picked up the gun at all because her dad's a hunter. He has guns around. We've gone through it. He's shown her, do not touch. These are things to respect. And
all the parents agree on two things. The first, you have to talk to your kids about guns. And second, you also have to know if someone else has a gun in their home. As a parent, should you be embarrassed to ask any other parent another question?
No. You need to know. That's your child's life.
Don't touch it.
But definitely your perspective has changed.
Definitely.
Their perspective has changed. The Guilford County Sheriff's Department hopes that your perspective will change if you are a gun owner as well. First, keep your guns unloaded and locked up, as well as keeping the ammo locked up in a separate location. Don't let your children know where the guns are. And finally, get a separate gun lock. If you do not have one, you can get one for free. All you have to do is contact the Guilford County Sheriff's Department.
My kids aren't that young, but I just can't imagine what they would have done just a couple years ago if they saw it. I'm sure, just like these kids, they would have picked it up initially.
First, just to even put their hands on it to see, is it a toy, is it real? Not knowing whether it would go off or not.
It's disturbing.
It is disturbing. And we do want to thank Lawndale Baptist Church for providing a safe location to do this test with those children. Our investigation continues online. You can see unedited clips from all 4 cameras from start to finish. Just type gun in the search bar of digtriad.com.
You can never educate enough.
I don't know if the kids are going to fund the gun.
Give it a matter of time.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Give them time to get a little bit bored.
We've got a guy on the other side so that he's getting a wide shot of the entire thing. Plus that van that's parked there has a direct shot of the slide as well.
Oh.
You just can't see all three things. All you can see is the one that's right up here.
Right.
Just so you know. What do you think they'll do if they find it?
I don't know, man. I wish I did.
Good point. I think individually they'd be fine, but if you get a bunch of kids together, there's going to be a competition. Hey, look what I found, you know.
Especially my son and Kyle.
Caroline just threw a shoe right there beside the gun. She threw Rain's sandal.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. She's seen it.
That's how to go.
Good job.
Who's she talking to?
Oh, man.
Whose is that?
Oh, gosh. Man.
Put it down.
She did put it down, but she picked it up.
It's really heavy.
Let's go.
Wow.
I wasn't leaving it alone.
It looks like what he did was run to say, I found something.
And one of the older kids looked at all of them and said, put it down.
They're doing the right thing. What do you think about them doing the right thing?
That is great.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Lydia, you
I
don't
want
pick that thing up.
For now.
Don't tell him go.
Look at Caroline. She's doing good.
Look.
Who's on the slide? Who's that?
That's Kyle.
That's Kyle. Okay. Yeah,
Good job.
That's pretty awesome, man.
Caroline did really good. She did. Skylar wants to pick that thing up so bad.
Don't touch it.
Look.
Okay, thank you very much.
This is the slide? Yeah. How? I'm gonna go down the slide. I can't believe I'm going down the slide. Oh, my shit fell. She's not going down the slide. My shit. Ow! Ow! Okay. Those are her shoes. I need them.
No, I know, but
He looked at it.
Now, wait a minute. That's a typical guy.
He saw it.
Hey, what's this? What is this?
They just found it. Who picked it up?
He picked it up and this one guy right here. He's just talking to us, telling his sister about it now. Uh-oh.
Is that a real one? Stop, Chase!
No, but he backed
See, they're going to tell a parent. Look how good they are.